silos are corporate chocolate cake. Right, so big thanks to Sal and the group to ask me to do a talk on this. So I haven't done a talk on this before. That's my fun thing to do. And also this is me trying to combine some techniques that I've developed over the years with some of the BDD techniques. So you're going to see a little bit of that happen today. So chocolate cake. Now this is heaven to me. I just want you to know. I'm going to confess heaven. Chocolate cake. Right. And I have a little golden rule in my heart that says chocolate cake always makes me happy. No matter what. You give me chocolate cake, I'm going to be happy. But given we're in this circumstance, let's test that, right? Given when then. Now, I have to warn you that this is I am about to wreck BDD. All right, because I'm terrible at it. I've been known as conducting one of the worst BDD rollouts ever in 2010, which is why I developed the relationships I did with the Cucumber community, because I was like, oh my God, we tried this, it was amazing, and I really messed it up, right? So that's how come. And so just for fun, right, this is continuing my legacy, but do turn away if this is going to upset you. So you're going to have choice here. All right, one is you're going to go, oh yeah, I kind of get what she's talking about, yeah? And the other one is, God, she's so bad at it, it's irritating the hell out of me. Either way, try to imagine what I'm trying to do, and we'll get through the presentation quite well. All right, so the test is chocolate cake always makes me happy, and it's a bit like given I love chocolate cake more than life itself, when I get chocolate cake, then I am happy. The situation background is, of course, I love chocolate cake, but this is the point. I cannot leave my house, okay? That's the key thing. And there is unlimited chocolate cake in my house, but no other food is available, right? I promise you we're getting somewhere with this, right? For just one day, given I love chocolate cake more than life itself and all other food is unavailable, but I'll get a delivery of other food tomorrow, when I get chocolate cake, I'm very happy. Yes, awesome, chocolate cake all day, good. If I did it for a week, given I love chocolate cake more than life itself, given all other food is unavailable, I will get a delivery of food next week. When I get that chocolate cake, I kind of go, meh, maybe not, yeah? For a month, given I love chocolate cake more than life itself, all other food is unavailable, I will get a delivery of other food next month. When I get chocolate cake, think about it, right? Every time I'm hungry for all food forever for a month, and I feel a bit sick, right? Next one. What about if I would never be able to get any other food ever except for chocolate cake? Then suddenly my reaction to chocolate cake is I cannot stand chocolate cake, right? So notice that as we get more and more chocolate cake, our happiness is going down, which is shocking because my rule says it should always be up, yeah? What's going on? This cannot be possible. What's happening here, how does chocolate cake go from love to hell, is that the context keeps changing, right? The context changes, not my desire. And more isn't always more. So just hold that thought because I will connect it, right? So BDD to me is a hunting tool. We're trying to find context, actions, and outcomes. And that means that what I see happening when we're out in the field doing work is we're trying to get past bias and delusion to see and work with reality so we can make better products and solutions. But this means often, innocently, we walk into situations and we expose myths and delusions and misunderstandings. And good God, that can upset, disorientate, and frustrate. Right? Here we are doing a simple thing. Just trying to find out about reality and data. And that's a shock, because BDD is supposed to create awesomeness. Yeah, very big shock. And sometimes that means then, ill-equipped as we are, we walk into people difficulty. Right? And a big people difficulty we often run into is silos. Echo, echo, echo. Right. And silos, here's the link. I like chocolate cake, right? At first, they're so yummy because they provide safety, they define constraints so we can concentrate. They've got boundaries to keep out idiots and confusion, right? They slice up the chaos into something more understandable. Doesn't matter what strategy you do, you're going to create silos in your head at least when you start trying to sort through situations. But just like chocolate cake, silos can go from yummy to hell when the context changes. So here's a context back in the day. Given it's the 1990s, when we make silos, we get controlled collaboration. Oh, it's so wonderful. It was awesome. Yeah? Okay. Context 2, turn of the century. Given it's the early thousands, when we make silos, oh, hang on, we get a bit of a difficult collaboration. That would be why Agile and Lean started to kick off at that point. Next. Now we're getting nearly 2021 year off. It's the late 2000s, whoa, yeah, and the teens. And when we make silos, here's the weird thing, it creates politics. It creates politics. So, just like chocolate cake, the useful silos are going from yummy in the 90s to hell now. And there must be something to do with the context that's changing that for us. So what is driving this overall context I make? I have searched for this answer, right? You can look at other presentations I've done. It's the 4th Industrial Revolution, people, okay? That's what it is. Here we are, cyber physical systems, right? Technology and physical systems and human beings all sort of compiling together to create this revolution we are in. High entropy environment, okay? But the thing about it is that the 4th Industrial Revolution relies on communication and connectivity, right? And that relies on human beings interacting more. This means we're expected to collaborate harder, faster, more, better, you know, and deliver yesterday, right? And what does this mean to BDD practitioners? This is what I'm observing from the outside in. Well, if BDD is this data hunting around context, actions, and outcomes, you're just interested in reality, please. We just want to know about reality. You've got to be prepared for politics, misunderstanding, and stupidity. Isn't that wonderful, right? See, look at this. Given there is the 4th Industrial Revolution upon us, and delivery demand is off the scale like never before, and collaboration is essential. If we are, and we are not skilled in collaboration at this intensity before, right? When we collaborate, there will be difficulty. So blame is useless in this circumstance. It's nobody's fault. The context has changed. The yummy silos have become yucky. Okay, it's not about us versus them, me versus you, all that kind of stuff. Silos are out of date, and we need to adjust the way that we collaborate so that we can deliver amazingness. Yeah? Okay, so a successful BDD practitioner in this new context of the 4th Industrial Revolution takes it upon themselves to help see and people to see and collaborate with data and reality and context, not expecting them to like it, right? So this person will automatically adjust and build their tool set and skills towards effective collaboration. It's part of the job. So one tool that helps me, it's a 2,500-year-old pattern from Buddhism. You don't need to worry too hard about it. It just doesn't have to be complicated. Here's a very simple thing you can do. I'm going to go through it so fast, but you can have the slides afterwards, right? Be aware of this invisible force. I called it counterbalancing, just to give it a name so we can talk about it. Right. There are the 3 human conditions according to Buddhist monks and nuns. So we're always in a state of clinging, craving, or ignorance. Human beings are, right? Animals are too. A dog will crave its food in a bowl. It clings to its favourite bed. It's completely ignorant of how its food got in its bowl and how its bed came into existence. Human beings crave tech devices, cling to Wi-Fi, are ignorant how the system and the tech devices and Wi-Fi come into existence at times. A lot of us in here do know. But then there's things like mining and construction, and the effect on the global waste. And all of this causes silo hell because you've got some people in a silo craving, I want. And then you have other people clinging to what they're used to. And then you have, say, management or something in a silo going, well, I don't care, right? All I want is my way. I don't want to be educated about anything. So this is what creates politics. We're craving things like profit and status, what's familiar, what we believe is ours. With relation to ignorance, we can often just say, well, I think I know everything anyway, or I don't care to know more outside the familiar. Pretty dangerous thing to do in a fourth industrial revolution context, but hey, some people try. Now that's okay because that helps us survive, but there's a little tipping point we don't think of, like there was a tipping point with the chocolate cake, right? Too much can mean we get collaboration hell. Too much craving for status can make you controlling and abusive. Too much of getting what's familiar can mean you can have panic attacks when change happens. Okay? If you think you know everything, then you are delusional and you can accidentally create political quagmire. And we end up in these traps going, oh my God, how did I end up here? Right? In this collaboration hell. If you want a different outcome, you have to have a different reaction. That's the key. So this is the counterbalancing bit. If you accept what the Buddhist monks and nuns talked about, that we're in a state of clinging, craving and ignorance at any given time, there is an alternative reaction we can have when clinging. If you look at the hand, relaxing would be kind of the opposite, an alternative. When there is craving, well, that's narrow-mindedness, isn't it? I want what I want. So perhaps it's about getting a balanced view. If there is ignorance, what about getting into a state of co-discovery, especially in a fourth industrial revolution context where everything is changing and there's a lot of unknowns and complexity? Yep, that'd be handy. Just in the fourth industrial revolution to relax, clear your head, get a balanced perspective, connect to context and data, which is what BDD does so beautifully, and investigate and co-discover with others. This is the bit I'm encouraging you to think about. So having this simple mechanism, you can have a look at the human condition that is in play with the politics or the people that you're related to. You can say, look at these people, they're craving a win against another silo. I wonder how I could get a balanced perspective with them. Perhaps I could show how they can win even more by collaborating, right? Look at the clinging. They want to keep to their silo. How can I relax the situation? Maybe I can reassure and emphasize what will remain the same, not just focus on the change so much, even though the change might be inevitable. If people are ignorant and are unaware of any alternative to silos, then perhaps you can learn and co-discover with them, like doing a workshop, to discover other ways of structuring teams or interacting. Chucked it in, let's have a look at the time. Oh, hardly any time, so I've chucked it into little BDD scenarios to kind of like test that. You can see craving to a balanced view, ignorance to learning and co-discover. So let me summarize. The learnings from this are more is not always more in the new context that we're in, okay? So silos are delicious, just like chocolate cake. They're their structure, their clarity and the focus that they bring. But more and more makes team collaboration sick because of this new context that we are in. It's because it's changed. And this has made, I think, BDD a little bit more of a difficult job, even more than before, back in 2010 when even I messed it up. So to be an awesome BDD practitioner, my thoughts are you need to accept that the context has changed, the fourth industrial revolution, realize your role is about helping teams and individuals have healthy collaboration. That is a part of your job description if you want to be successful at it. Take it as given to increase your collaboration tools. Expect politics and resistance to data. Don't blame it, just it's coming, okay? It's okay, it's not your fault. And the other one is work with this situation. So, want a different outcome, have a different reaction, try perhaps counterbalancing. Thank you very much.